The man drew a syringe of pus from his infected knee, then fitted a knee brace over it before injecting himself with steroids. His name was Mike, a Marine whose intensive training during active duty had severely damaged his knees. One day, Mike received a call instructing him to report to the Military Medical Examination Center. When he arrived, the commanding officer told him bluntly that banned substances had been detected in his system and he could no longer remain in service. His superiors had decided to give him an honorable discharge, but he would lose all corresponding benefits, including his pension and medical insurance. Upon hearing this news, Mike sat in stunned silence. Eventually, he had no choice but to accept reality. He removed his uniform and left the military. Back home, Mike told his wife what had happened. They sat down and discussed their situation at length. Their current savings were barely enough to cover living expenses. The financial pressure from having no income stripped their once happy home of its former joy. After years in the military, Mike only knew military life. Beyond weapons and ammunition, he had no other marketable skills. His phone kept buzzing with bill notifications, while collection letters piled up on the table. That evening, his wife rushed home suddenly, bringing the devastating news of her father's death. Mike felt a sharp pain in his chest. All he could do was hold her tightly. The next day, at the funeral, grief was written all over Mike's face. There he ran into John, a former comrade. As the funeral concluded, John invited Mike to his new home for dinner. Mike gladly accepted. But when he arrived at John's suburban home, Mike was stunned by the luxurious sight before him. Questions flooded his mind. John had been in similar circumstances when he left the service and even had a disabled son. So how was he living such a comfortable life? John knew Mike was struggling and asked with concern if he needed help. But Mike tried to save face, claiming that contractors had been reaching out to him, though he was still deciding whether to take them up on it. John mentioned he'd taken a few jobs himself and now had everything: luxury cars, a mansion, the works. He then introduced Mike to a private contracting company where a single mission could pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, with performance bonuses on top. Without hesitation, Mike agreed to join.